Is it okay to be rude at Starbucks if you leave a really big tip?
If you leave a really big tip, can you be rude to the barista?
Yeah.
No, you can't be rude to people for any amount of money.
What if you leave a really, really, really big tip? Like, I'm not even joking because I have a friend. I went to, I don't drink Starbucks. I think that coffee's crap, but I was hanging out with her. We were socially distancing together, and she ran into Starbucks, and she asked me that question. And I know that she's rude to staff. She's just rude. She just is. It's just, I don't know what her problem is. But to compensate for it, she leaves a really big tip because she knows she's rude. Like, she's very condescending. She's just like angry at the world, and she's just kind of embraced it instead of trying to be nicer. She's like, if she orders a burger, let's say, and she orders it medium well and it comes rare, she, instead of saying, hey, listen, I ordered this medium well, why is it rare? She'd be like, this is blood rare. Like, that's not at all how I ordered. Did you write it down? Let me see what you wrote down. Okay, you wrote down medium, but why is it rare? She's like that. She doesn't have patience for people. But because she knows she's like that, she leaves a really, really, really big tip. Like, in the end, the bill was like, I don't know, $18, and she left the woman $30.
I don't think the tip, if you're rude to somebody, I don't think no matter how much you leave, they're still going to spit in your coffee the next time you come in there.
Do you think it compensates? Because, I waited tables for a long time, and there were definitely people that were really, really rude to me. But if they left a big tip, I might have been more apt to handle their rudeness. Say it with cash. I'm there for money. I'm not there to make friends. So if you want to be rude, go ahead and be rude, but just leave me a really nice tip.
I don't know. I don't think you should be rude to anybody that's waiting on you. I have a really big issue with being rude to waiters at a restaurant because they're actually bringing me food to my table. They're feeding me. They're doing
Right.
what my grandmother used to do. So I'm gonna tip them as much as I possibly can and try not to be rude to them.
Right.
And it's really hard for me not to be rude to people because
Right. Yeah, it is hard for
I
you.
hate all people. So it's hard for me to do that, but I try not to with people that bring me things.
But actually, you're a good example because you don't suffer fools. Like, if somebody does something really stupid, you're the first person to be like, okay, come here. What did I ask you for? It's so if you get a waiter or a barista or a bartender who's really dumb or really terrible at their job, you're really going to be patient with them.
Yeah, I got to because they're doing something for me.
If somebody brings you the wrong drink or the wrong food, let's say you're really hungry and you go out to eat and you specifically said you wanted pancakes and for some reason they heard potato pancakes.
Right.
And they show up with potato pancakes and you're just like, I ordered chocolate chip pancakes. Like, what are you going to do? Just eat the potato pancakes or
Yeah.
say, excuse me, that's not at all what I ordered? Or
No, I'll be really
do?
nice. I'll be very nice about it because I can't go into the kitchen.
Why
and-
would you be nice about it? They messed up.
I know, but I cannot go into the kitchen and get a new pancake for me. They're going to have to do it. So I have to be very nice to them. I don't know. I'm just nice to people that bring me things.
I kind of respect my girlfriend that she knows who she is. I don't go out to eat with her for that reason because I don't want my food spit in. I don't want to be spit in by association, So I've learned my lesson with her. Like, when I hang out with her, we do outdoor things. We go shopping. I do not sit and eat with her. I don't take a cab with her. Oh my God. One time we were in an Uber. And this poor Uber driver made a right turn when he was supposed to make a left turn, like he went the wrong way, and she laid into him like he personally did this to her just to piss her off and screw up her day, and like he killed her dog. She was like, what is wrong with you, you moron? It clearly says left. Why would you make a right? The numbers go up, not down. Can't you count? And I was like, okay, I'm never going to be alone with her, with any service person I was cringing. It was so uncomfortable. But then in the end, she left him a really nice tip because she knows she's like that.
Yeah, it's a New Yorker. You don't get that really.
No, she
outside
is
of New
actually
York.
from California.
Is she really? Well,
Yep, she
the
sure
New York
is.
has really worn off on her then. You don't have to be in New York very long for it to wear off on you. I can stay in the city for a night and they'll wear off on me. And I'll start yelling at people. And
Like you were really nice until that one night, and suddenly you show up and my boyfriend and I were just talking about this, how funny it is. So this woman out of nowhere started yelling at me yesterday. I had my bicycle and I was coming off the street onto the sidewalk, and you're not allowed to ride your bicycle on the sidewalk. So I got off of it and I was walking it onto the sidewalk, and she just started screaming at me for no apparent reason. So I didn't ignore her. You know me. I'm like you. I don't suffer fools either. And I turned around and I laid into her. Like, I was like, don't you dare speak to me that way. Who do you think you are? Except I was saying it much, not as nice as that. It was way meaner. So my boyfriend was like, that's such a New York thing. If you and I moved to a small town somewhere and somebody bumped into you on the street and you laid into them, it would make the front page of the news. They'd be like, new girl used the C word in public yesterday.
Yeah, you cannot do that in the South. See, the difference between you and me is I'm like that when I'm in my car and they can't hear me. I have road rage. You have road rage when you're not driving. You have walking road rage.
I have walk rage. Yeah.
Right. So you'll
I just
yell
have
at
rage.
Yeah, screw everything else. Just rage. And you'll let them know, but I will let them know, but they can't hear me.
Yeah.
And
they can't hear
me.
you, right? You're yelling through your window, whereas I say it right to their face.
Right. So that's the difference.
My favorite part is the shock I see on people's face because they don't expect the rage to come out of me. Like they just think like, oh, look at this cute little girl. Okay, I can definitely take advantage of her and tell her what I think of her and her bicycle. Like this woman getting in my face thinking that I was going to go, oh my God, I'm so sorry, ma'am. But I turned around and I unleashed on her, and the look on her face, like she didn't see it coming. I was like, go back to Jersey. We don't want you here. You don't belong in New York. But the difference is in the South, everyone's packing. Whereas up here, no one has a gun. So I feel like I can say anything to anybody. Whereas down there, I mean, I wouldn't even, if I got an extra apple at the store and didn't pay for it, I'd be like, here, take all my apples back. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. You know what I mean? I'd be afraid that the cashier would be like, pull out a gun and be like, give me that apple back before I blow your brains out.
Well, now when you're driving with behind somebody and they're pissing you off, you want to start beeping at them and stuff, but they have a license plate that says properly carrying.
Oh, wow.
They just told you on their license plate,
right?
Dumbass, I have a gun in the car. So you go, I'm not gonna get mad.
So they can drive like jerks because they're packing.